next on Mod Projects 4306.
Well, I'll just change my tyres. So let's go over what you need is a basic set of kit to deal with your Engwe e-bike, and this will cover them all. So let's start with the basic stuff. You want to start with a set of Allen keys, metric. That goes, I think it's up to 16mm from 1.5, but the first two you don't need, so I've taken them out to save weight. Screwdriver set. Ratchet one, cheap, less than a tenner. Adjustable spanner, that's a good one to take out with you. Various spanners and sockets for taking wheels off, that's the only time you really need them. Zip ties, you'll go for a load of these if you're doing anything with your bike. If you're going for zip ties, get some toenail clippers, because that saves you putting a Stanley knife through any cable you're dealing with. If you've got air shocks, you'll want an air pump. Don't buy a cheap one because they just blow out. I don't know if I've mentioned the adjustable spanner. I have. Always have a reserve set of pads in tow, mainly because when they go, you know they've gone. If they're quite new, all you have to do is, if you're getting some squealing, squeaking and your braking's not working as well as it was, the first port of call is to get some brake cleaner and clean your disc down. If it's still squealing, my advice from there is to remove the pads, scuff them up a little bit on some light sandpaper. That works. Schrader removal valve remover, tyre levers, a knife just in case you want to stab yourself halfway through doing Tannis Armour install. Tape always comes in handy, especially if you've got to cut in any of your electronic or electrical cables. Always handy. And this thing might not have been cheap, but it saves me a lot of time. I think it was about 40 quid, and it's easy to carry. So that is basically all you need for your basic maintenance. Oh, thread locker for the middle pivot on an X or any of the bikes that carry that, and some Sauvage by Johnny Depp, because you want to smell good while you're doing it, and some chain oil. As for cleaning, if you're cleaning the bike down, just clean it with a wet cloth. So you wet the cloth first, then you clean it down. Try not to spray water everywhere, because water finds a way. So let's look at what you should be maintaining. Nuts. I can't say this enough, and a lot of the damage that I'm seeing on people's bikes is because they don't keep stuff tight. This isn't tight because I haven't put the wheel back on yet. Well, not on properly, but I'll torque that up. Keep that tight. More so the back end here, because if you start getting movement around in here, it's just going to knacker the frame. So you need to keep all that tight. Something else to watch out for, they come loose. And we all know about that one. That middle one comes loose, and it's actually quite loose at the moment, so I've got to tighten it up. But you need to check these things every couple of weeks, just to make sure that everything's tight. Check your tyre pressures, nothing rocket sciencey about that. And that's about it. Just make sure once a month you clean that and lube it down, the chain, because the chain, the chain ring, it'll wear. You don't want it to wear. You don't want your freewheel to wear for no reason. Just give it a clean and re-grease it, or re-oil it. That's about it. There's nothing on the top that really you have to worry about. It's all down here. So tighten your nuts, keep them tight, use some lube, job done. Just make sure you keep everything tight and you check it every couple of weeks, because it'll sneak up on you, and the next thing you know, you've got that's loose and come away, and then it's broke, and then it's Engwe's fault. Well, a bit of maintenance never goes amiss, does it? Anyway, that's it. Have a nice day.